Hi, everyone. I'm Arlen Bento Jr. Welcome to the Shoot Par Now Golf Show with my main man, James Stammer. How you doing, Jimmy?
Doing well, brother. How are you?
Jimmy's hanging in there. Long day at work.
You know.
Work sucks, doesn't it?
I'm telling you. I'd much rather be playing golf or
making money as a pod.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
We got to keep moving, right?
Hey.
Anyway, Thanksgiving weekend coming up.
Turkey Day's coming.
Turkey Day's coming.
I love Thanksgiving.
I think, I was talking to some of the students I had today before our show, and, it's one of those holidays where I think most people kind of celebrate it very similarly. Mm-hmm. The food is similar, and it's kind of a nice holiday, and I do enjoy it. And I'm taking off Thursday and Friday, so I'm excited about that. But up until then, we're still working and teaching. So, is
there any special Hawaiian dishes you make for Thanksgiving?
No, nothing.
I mean, I know you don't like pineapple, so that
I don't dislike pineapple. It's just not something that I put.
It's not anything. Something you go out of your way for.
You're from Hawaii and you gotta love pineapple. It's like, no, I don't really love pineapple that much. But
poi.
No. So the only, honestly, even in Hawaii, our Thanksgiving was very traditional. Like I don't remember having any kind of local style food with that. But
cool.
So we kind of, my family's kind of, it's pretty traditional. Like we have turkey, we have mashed potatoes and gravy, we have stuffing, we have rolls, we have cranberry sauce, we have,
pumpkin pie.
Green bean casserole is probably the only thing my family just loves. I don't know how many people do that, but we love our green bean casserole.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
But it's always fun. And the next day, hungry now. The next day is open-faced turkey sandwiches, which is to me the best part after.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Digging through the leftovers.
But as we do get into seasonal stuff, I do have some Hawaii stuff. And I'm kind of playing around with this recipe book thing I've been doing, and I might share it in the group later, but we'll talk about that. But anyway, as far as golf goes, right?
We got our sponsor for tonight.
Oh, we can't forget. Thank you. Divot board. And my divot board's getting a little beat. Now, this is the one I use every day in lessons. I've probably had this for 2 months, and you can see how well it's wearing. For someone that
holding up pretty good.
Oh, it's holding up great. But basically, and I just gave a great lesson today. So this young guy, he couldn't figure out how to even make a divot. He couldn't find the ground, right?
Oh, wow.
And I gave him some instruction, and he was able to hit ball and then take a forward divot, right? That's what you really have to do to get good at golf. So if you don't have a divot board, there's a link in the description. It works great. Don't practice all winter indoors without something that tells you what's going on. You could groove like a swing from Timbuktu here.
I got my swing so grooved, then you get out on the course and you see where it actually goes, and you're like, ooh, that's ugly.
So get a divot board. There's a link in the description. They're really nice to us. So thanks, divot board.
Practice makes permanent, not perfect.
Got to practice correctly, man. All right, so PGA Tour and golf news. Sami. Oh, I'm going to say it. Sami with an I. Välimäki.
Yeah.
Välimäki. Yeah. So he wins the RSM classes, RSM Classic, which was in Sea Island. Shot great score, 23. Remember last week you said it was windy. Its score was 12 or something.
Yeah. 23 under this week.
He is from Finland. Yeah, it sounds almost like it could be from Polynesia with that name. But, but I probably sent that really wrong. Sorry about that to Sami out there. But anyway, first Finnish player from Finland to win. Think about Finland. How do you think about? That's not a golfing place.
That's a winter sports.
Yeah, look at that golf, right?
That's cross country skiing and skating and.
Cold. But remember years
rally crossing cars. They got some great Finnish drivers in rally cross. But
anyway, he gets full status for all the way through 26. It's the last event of the FedEx Fall.
Nicely
done. Good for him. Yep. And but remember years ago. Remember at one time there was more Swedish players on tour. Nation capita golfers.
Yeah.
The Annika Stormsen, Parneviks. I mean, there was a lot more, right? That I'm not naming, but they always said because they practiced really good indoors, and then when the season came, they would go south. Obviously, they wouldn't stay there to get good. But and then South Korea just went berserk. I mean, they just love their golf, and they've produced.
So the Swedes were using the divot board indoors. So
they were using. I heard some stories. One of the stories I heard about. So I'll tell you my Annika Stormsen story. So I'm in Hawaii. I'm at my first country club job. I'm working down, and University of Arizona is in town to play in a tournament.
Okay.
And so they're all coming out, and they're all cute, and they all got their little bows in their hair, and blah, blah, blah. And then somebody says, that's Annika Stormson. I'm like, I don't know who that is. She's like the best player in the country. Now, the first hole at that club, it's like 4-something, but you got to carry, it's like on a slope, it's hilly. And you got to carry a hill to get into a landing area. And there's no way she's carrying this hill. I'm saying, she ain't carrying it.
Not happening.
She's tiny. Like tiny. And you watch her when she played, she got a little bigger, but just a little more grown up. She smoked that thing.
Like it wasn't even there.
Oh, she's thank you very much. Like boom, wow. And I was like, holy mackerel. And I never forget like that sound, that she killed that thing. So she had to fly at 240, 230. It looked like it, and then it runs out. So great drive. That was my first story. It's kind of a cool little story. But anyway, Swedes were really, really good. So congratulations to this guy from Finland. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Justin Thomas, unfortunately, he won't be playing in the Skins game, which
is returning on Friday,
which nobody is invited to.
Exactly.
We can't go. No tickets.
I couldn't even get
a press pass.
Credentials from the PGA Tour
because they're not recognizing it.
They're not. No.
So Justin Thomas is out. He is out for the start of the season.
Yeah,
Huge news.
Yeah, he might not play till late next year.
Undergoes disc surgery.
Spinal disc surgery. Yeah, that's
long-term injuries for elite athletes, especially. So golf is like really, really hard to recover from like stuff like this sometimes.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not picking on Justin Thomas, great player, but that early extension jump that he has in his swing, which he gets a lot of power from, that gets taxing. There's a lot going on with that body. He's not a big guy, and he pounds it, right? So that's pretty tough. So now, who'd you say? So
Shane Lowry's taking his place.
Yeah. So it's going to be Lowry, Bradley, Tommy Fleetwood, and Xander. That's still a good field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Won't be as much fun as when Daly played, and
this is some more. But that's because we're older and we like the old stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyway, I would have. I think they should have opened it, but it's on Amazon, right? So
Amazon Prime's going to carry it. Yep.
Well, I have Prime, so I get to watch it on Friday. I'll put it up.
Yeah.
Bubble players status. So there's some names of guys like Matt Kuchar and others are fighting to stay in the top 100 on tour. It's the first time in 19 years that Matt Kuchar might lose his card and not have a place to play.
Wow.
Yeah. So, he's been
just somewhere there's a Mexican caddy getting a chuckle out of that.
Oh, that's such a bad story because that's the guy that he didn't tip him and he was, okay, tell the story now because people haven't heard. Tell him that,
Matt Kuchar played in an event down in Mexico. His caddy could not make it. So he decided he would just grab one of the local caddies to caddy for him at the event. And he kind of agreed that he'd pay him, like $5,000 or $6,000 to,
which is a lot,
which is pretty good to caddy for him. Well, he winds up winning the darn thing. And traditionally you win. It's a 10% tip to your caddy. And Kuchar, no, we had an agreed upon number and they rode him like you would not believe until he finally did the right thing by most everybody.
Pretty good story.
You could have, you think about how life-changing that amount of money. Just what he agreed to caddy for in the first
how much
place.
Was the tournament back there? 1.5 maybe, 1.8?
Oh, he won. I think they figured it out. It would have been, over $100,000.
Yeah.
This guy would have, and for someone in Mexico that's looping, that's life changing.
Oh my God! It's probably like
so many
half
ways.
$1 million or $1 million here for sure.
So
anyway,
he got shamed into it.
Sorry, Matt. You might. So that guy's. Some people were not your fan because of that. I always liked him. I never really got to know him. I did some work. He doesn't remember, but I was doing Bettinardi golf for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when those arm lock putters started coming out.
Okay.
And he was like, I think one of the first guys to go to that. So that was, I ended up having I think it was one of his putters or prototype. But anyway,
another guy I don't like.
That one, yeah. They weren't great to me at some time too, but it's a good company. They make nice putters.
Oh, they make nice putters.
All right, Q School updates this week. So final stage is approaching. And the top 5 and ties earn. It's only 5 guys.
Top 5. Man, they're getting tight.
Well, they want you to go through the Corn Ferry.
Corn Ferry Tour.
That's the whole point. So that guy Nick Cassidy. I don't have his results from this week, but that 58 still remains the biggest Q School talking point. News about that stuff. LPGA was in their tour championship.
Oh yeah.
Right. So, and again, we weren't this time of year. We get a chance to cover, right? Because not much going on.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it that way, but it's hard to put everything in, right?
Yeah.
But the winner, Gino
Titicool.
Say that fast. Gino Titicool.
She played really well.
So she's back to back. She won it twice.
Yeah.
So $4 million to the winner.
Nice. That's huge on the
last
LPGA
night the
Tour.
DP was only 3.
Yeah.
They got more than those guys. That's awesome, right?
Yeah.
Dominant ball striking, player of the year. She's going to be their, I guess, low. Is that their low money?
Her low scoring. Yeah, lowest scoring average on the tour.
Did you see this stuff about Caitlin Clark and the LPGA? Did you get into that whole thing?
I watched a little bit of her play, when they were in Naples.
Yeah.
I watched she played, I guess, in the Pro-Am.
Yeah, she has a nice, she's pretty good. She's not bad.
She had a really good tee shot, and then she had her
long putt she made.
She had one of the girls that also plays in the WNBA caddied for her.
Yeah, her 2 teammates were there.
And she let her hit the ball off the first tee.
Not so good.
And not a good idea. It went not quite dead right, but at about a 45-degree angle off to the right and hit somebody. And the guy kind of fell down. And all of a sudden, all these other guys are all falling down like they were all shot. It was funny. He had about 6 or 8 guys laying there on the ground going, ow, ow.
I can't remember the name. I know Lexi Hull was there, a blonde, and then the other girl, I like her. She's like the enforcer one. Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like Sophie Cunningham. I'm a fan. So it was fun. But I guess there was a lot of pushback, right? Because a lot of the WNBA players don't have deals with I guess she made a deal with the LPGA, like brand ambassador or something, right?
Yeah.
And so she's going to be at a few events and promote golf. And, everybody's a lot of people were she has a lot of negative publicity from some of the established players because they feel like she had given too much. But man, she is a good player. They missed her this year. So I hope she comes back.
Did you see what their attendance figures look like when she wasn't playing?
Oh, it's so bad. And then everybody made she wasn't that important. She was. So that's the truth behind that. Okay, top 10 YouTube videos last 7 days.
Woohoo!
Still got Rick Shields up there, man. Can't get away from him.
What is he doing?
This is a driver testing episode. What he learned about all the drivers coming out for next year because he gets them all early. I did see the new Cobra driver. It's pretty awesome. Stay tuned. I should get mine soon. Bryson had a video about new course challenge and long drive content. Did really good up there. Grant Horvat up there, solo challenge. Bob Does Sports up there, internet. They're kind of going over the internet golf invitational.
Okay.
Peter Finch, another unexpected best driver. Did not see that one.
Well, I got to find out what that was.
And this TXG, it's like Tour something gear or something. Have you heard of them? They did a whole club fitting breakdown that did well.
Which is really important. I mean, that you teach, you can tell people just how important it is that your club's, your shaft is the right flex, the right length.
Oh my God, it's so important. I mean, and again, even today, right? So my last lesson before we started, he was steep from the top a little bit, and club wasn't right. And I got him on plane, I got him to turn, and he was making good passes where the club was working more into out, but then the ball was fading, right? And I looked at his driver, and it was kind of set. It was set correctly, but all I did, it was like an epic, and I just took the back weight and I moved it to the heel, and I gave it back to him, and every ball that was going a little right started to go dead straight. And so it's actually we have some stuff we're working on for winter here, but a lot of people, they don't even set the driver. They buy these drivers that have all this
all this
adjustment and ability, and they just get
427 settings, and
they get it one time and they never adjust it.
Yeah.
And so I was telling some people online, or some of the things we're running, like, you can book a session with me to come inside and like get your driver fit. I mean, let's check your speeds and angles and paths, and let's get that head dialed in. And it's a session. You want to come in and get your irons checked, and I'll bend them and make them right. It's a session. Like get your stuff looked at. Like it's amazing what happens when you get the driver right. It'll just turn into a good hit. So,
and you wonder why your 7 and your 8 iron go about the same distance. Well, one might be a little bent.
They are.
They might be closer in.
They're supposed to be 3 to 4 degrees, right? And sometimes they're 2. And but again, and if you're not hitting the center, right? A lot of people don't ever get their lies checked, and their lengths are wrong, and blah blah. So anyway,
that's a simple thing.
So simple. It's a simple fix. We try to tell them, even when Cobra comes up and does our events and stuff, people are kind of like shocked how much they can do, with their equipment. Shootport Now Academy, my academy, which the show is named for.
Really? Is that what we came? Is that where you came up with that?
Yeah, Shootport Now is my
as opposed to my radio show, which was the aptly named Wednesday Night Golf Show,
also known as Hump Day Golf Show.
The Hump Day Golf Show.
Hump Day was not good. So Shootport Now is my academy and my learning system, and so we just came out with some offers. So if you're in the area, there's some online stuff too, but we've got a bunch of. So what we try to do for Black Friday, just because everybody's in the mood, we'll take some packages and we'll add some free clinics and we'll add some perks, and so there's really good values up there. That'll run through next Sunday, and then everything's running good down here. Beautiful weather. It's been 80 and 69 for 2 weeks.
It was a little warm yesterday.
Yeah,
yesterday afternoon was a little out in the sun. It was a little warm.
Yeah, but I love it.
Oh yeah.
I even jumped in my pool the other day, which is unusual. My wife said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm jumping in. It's hot." So that's going on at the club, and check out Shootport Now. We got a lot of cool things going on. Do you have anything that you have in the top of your head here that?
Callaway Golf sold.
Oh, I saw that.
Top Golf.
They did. Well, they got out of it, right?
They got out. Yeah. $1.1 billion.
What did they buy in it for? Do you remember? Did they make money or lose money?
I don't know.
They lost.
I know they were. I know they were looking to get out of it. Which is, if you're looking to get out of it and you're advertising, you're trying to get out of it, you're probably losing money.
Well, I think it was too big of a piece. I think they thought, if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, that they thought if they would brand with that, and all these new people coming to golf, right, would brand to Callaway. Yeah. And that would turn into Callaway loyal customers, and that would turn into business. But I don't think that happened. No. I really, this is my take on Top Golf. And I think it's a great thing. I just don't.
Concept, yeah.
Well, it's kind of like, it got a lot of people to golf, to try golf. And then they realized that golf and Top Golf are not the same thing. No. And golf is hard. The game is hard. Like, you got to learn skills. Like,
especially if you drink a lot, like people tend to do at Top Golf.
Well, that's a whole different thing. It was good for that. It was entertainment, have good, food and drinks, and socialize and have some fun, and that's what it's for. But as far as like moving, it did move a lot of people to the golf course, but a lot of them, I think, because I had a lot of students that said, "Oh, I'm going to Top Golf and I love it." And then they realize, well, I got to putt and chip and hit wedges and get out of bunkers, and
it's just not trying to bang it off the back. Yeah, the back net of the
fairway's kind of tight compared to a giant Top Golf center. But anyway, I know that the people that bought it sound like they want to like make it better. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's going to go away. I just think.
There's a lot of money invested in those things.
Yeah, it's
they're not.
But it's got to make money.
They're not cheap to build. Yeah.
No. But there's a huge growth. I was talking to someone from the Saints, and I was saying, how indoor golf is going like this, and regular golf is kind of like this. Yeah, there's a lot more indoor places opening that want to have, people can practice or after hours or whatever. So we're talking about some cool things at the Saints. Hopefully that all works out.
You look, you've got gyms that are open 24/7. You can go in there anytime and work out. Now you're getting
into golf
simulators and stuff that are open 24/7, and you can go in and 3 o'clock in the morning, go in and
a lot of people
work on a little bit and then go to work.
Now you can get, one of our other sponsors that I work with is called Rapsodo, right? They make, and you can get a nice Rapsodo like full system for like $3,000 now. So I mean, if it's a lot of money for you, then it's kind of hard. But if you wanted to have your own indoor and you had the room, you could build something pretty decent. Yeah, that would give you a chance to practice and do better, right? So anyway, that's what's kind of going on in the golf world. I mean, kind of a quiet time of year. It's kind of in between a lot of the stuff, but we're still going to do our best to help you understand what's going on. Yeah. And today we're going to do another lesson, our lesson tip. We're going to work on your finish a little bit more. We'll talk about how to finish properly in the follow through, which is going to help. We're still on this like fix your slice segment, and we're trying to add things that people who slice need to work on, right? So finishing in balance, as far as I'm concerned, is super critical because one, when you are able to finish in balance, you have to make a good swing. It's almost impossible to finish in good balance in your follow through and stay there for 2 seconds if you didn't make a good swing. So we're going to test you today.
Oh no!
Yay! But that's what it's going to be about.
I want to do the Arnie swing, the helicopter end.
That's a unique motion. Yeah.
But you notice he could hold it for 2 seconds after he got done. He was balanced. So it would look crazy.
Since you brought it up, we have to talk about it now, right? So why did Arnold Palmer have the hold off finish? Do you know why?
I do not know.
Because he didn't want to hook. That was his release for not hooking. He worked it so hard.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I got to spend quite a bit of time around him, and got to know him, and that never came up in the conversation, right? But I remember years ago they were talking about like he would be like like doing whatever, and he held on to it because he didn't want to hook. That was his way not to hook.
It was his anti-hook.
Yeah, that's where it came from. So just in case you didn't know that, he was protecting the ball going left. So anyway. Thanks for watching the show this week. Stay tuned for the lesson tip. Yeah. I think you'll like it. And make sure, if you could, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Comments help so much. And we would really appreciate it if you would, consider leaving a comment.
Yeah. And have a happy Thanksgiving.
Have a great Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much turkey. You're going to be asleep on your couch really quick.
Yeah, you'll miss the whole day. And there's a lot of sports on
there
Thursday,
are tons. Too. So I'm always looking forward Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. So we're going to have a good time watching that. So thanks for watching again. We'll see you really soon. Hey everybody, it's Arlen Bento Jr. Welcome to today's lesson tip. I'm with James Stammer, going to help you with your game. Woo-hoo. We are continuing our lesson tips about how to fix your slice, which is basically the club face. But we're also talking about how to make your swing better so that you don't slice. Because honestly, if your swing's good, you're much less likely to slice. If your swing's bad and you're not shifting well and the club isn't in the right place, those things are going to make a big influence on how you're able to control the face, right? So what I wanted to talk about today, right, is being able to hold your finish in your follow through. And a lot of people, like you said, Arnold Palmer never held his finish or so-and-so, but if you really look at good swings, all good players are able to get to a really good balanced finish, and some of the best ball strikers have always been able to stay there. Yeah. I'm not saying all of them, and it depends on what they're trying to do. But for most people out there that are watching, if you can get to your follow through and stay in balance, I guarantee you're going to have a much better chance of making a good golf swing. And if you make a better golf swing, you're going to hit better shots. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how I think people should focus on getting to finish, okay? So I got a driver. Just go ahead and grab it, set up, pretend the ball's up here, right? And I want you to, I know you're not, loose or anything, right? And Jimmy never knows what we're doing until he shows up. But
that's the scary part.
but it's all been pretty good like that. Nothing's killing. And I think Jimmy's swing's been getting better. I think your swing has been looking better. So top of the backswing. So that's his turn. Good. And then he's going to come all the way around and hold his finish for 2 seconds. 1, 2. Did you find that difficult?
A little bit.
Yeah, because it's awkward at the end to stay.
Yeah.
But the thought process of this is that if you can, his swing has to be at the right pace, at the right time, in the right rhythm to hold that finish. If you're swinging too hard and you're falling off the ball, Can you like still hit a good drive? Yeah, but are you going to do it over and over again? My answer is I don't think so.
No, yeah.
So it's always in golf about finding the timing of speed and how it relates to the swing itself. And so I've got some great stories I can tell you from people that were struggling with their swing and just working on this. I was just telling the guy that was in front of you, because he took his lesson and is going to play tomorrow. And so he was just saying, so what should I work on? I said, well, I told him, you need to work on what we're working on, but I would say that's pretty hard to take what you're learning right to play.
Golf course.
Yeah, because it's different. But I said, I'll make you a challenge. You're going to have 14 tee shots and probably another 14 to 20 something full swings tomorrow. He looked at me like, that's it? I go, yeah, that's it. Because everybody thinks it's like,
70, 80 swing.
No, it's not. It's mostly putting, chipping, and non-fulls. And then you got your tee shots and your seconds, which, again, depending. And then, how many full shots do you really hit? I mean, if you miss a lot, you get more attempts. But anyway, so my challenge to him, I said, look, do me a favor. Just keep track tomorrow of how many times you can hold your finish for 2 seconds. And I'll make you a bet. There's no way you can do 6, 3 on each side. He looked at me and I said, can't do it. Because you're so not used to swinging in tempo and balance, and you're always just like chopping at it. You're gonna chop at it tomorrow because that's how you swing. But I'm telling you, make your backswing, finish your turn, and try to hold the finish. You'd be shocked. Okay, so let's do it one more time. So top of the backswing. And I'm not talking about, we're not like breaking down Jimmy's swing here. We're just trying to see what he can do to hold his finish. And go, hold it. Now, what pace was that? That was like what, 8 out of 10? Not even, right? Yeah. Now, I don't like ground contact. I hear ground.
Yeah, I heard ground.
But so I would have Jimmy hover the club in the air a little bit, make a nice turn. I don't want to hear ground. Driver's supposed to hit the ball slightly up, so no ground, and then hold that finish for 2 seconds. That's awesome. 1, 2. Now, you see how you have to recenter?
Yeah, I kind of felt myself, yeah.
So that means that there are some movements in there, right, that are a little bit out of sequence, but when you work on this, they start to become in sequence, okay? So that's something I want you to work on, especially if you're slice. So slicing is the face is open at impact, right? 2 big things that always happen is slicers always start the club from the top. So that means is that when they get to the top of the swing, they start the club this way. They bring the club forward, and that throws off the circular pattern of the swing. The golf swing is on a circle. It's supposed to lower back here, come a little from the inside, and then release to the finish. If you're struggling with that, okay, the secret is stop trying to put so much pressure at the ball. What you want to feel in golf is when you're at the top of the backswing, you have to let this shoulder, it has to drop. And to do that, you just have to feel the club go this way before it comes around. That's super important to change the path. And the other thing, let me grab that, is if you hit the ball, your left arm is going to control that club face, okay? If you're slicing, this is where your left arm is. The club is in this position, wide open.
Yeah.
Don't try to fix your slice with your right hand. If you try to fix the slice with the right hand, this shoulder is going to come in high. You're just going to keep coming over the top. You won't be able to time it. You want to feel it with this hand. So this hand controls it. So Jimmy, come on this side. I'll switch with you. So you see this a ton with good players, is in that transition where they're working the club here, the back of this hand squares the club out. I call this knuckles down. It doesn't have to be massive. I'm not trying to get you here, but sometimes when I have people that, are really way off, I have to like over-exaggerate.
Yeah. You over-exaggerate in order to get them to feel what it is they need to do.
And to do that effectively, this hand can't be grabbing the club too hard. Like if your right hand squeezing the heck out of it, you won't be able to get the knuckles going. Because to do this right hand has to be here, and this is going to just turn a little, right? Face should be like right there. Boom. Okay? All right. So that's going to be our lesson tip for today.
Because you notice the pros, when they hit a really good shot and they pose and they spin the club, nothing else moves.
Nope. Their body. No, pros. No. Now that I mentioned you've watched this video, you're going to see a lot of really good players are in finish for a long time. Yeah. And I want you to work on that. That'll help you. And then on top of that, start the club in the right way on the way down and try to get the face square at impact. And if you're having a problem squaring the face, it's through this side. Okay. If you like these videos, make sure check us out on Instagram, Arlen Bento Jr. and James Stammer. Instagram. And we do have an online membership where you get access to all the Shoot Now system stuff. And we do have online lessons too. So if you want online lessons, just go to Shoot Now, find it, and we'll send you what you need to do to upload, okay? Good?
Sounds good.
All right, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.